Hey everybody, welcome to C&D Adventures Await, hence the hat. We're traveling this week. In fact, we're in Hilton Head Island, but we're not traveling with our RV. We are traveling in our vehicle, a friend's vehicle. We brought a friend here. We have a place in Waterset that we're visiting this week. And of course, this is the Atlantic Ocean behind me. So let me flip that around and give you a little sense of the beach. It's not overly crowded. I'm amazed that it's not more crowded than it is, but it is afternoon. It is 90 plus degrees and it's hot. Just throwing that out there, it's hot. And there's a heat index, I think it's 104. So it's not the most pleasant beach day. In fact, the Atlantic Ocean that's coming in around my feet is like bath water. And this is just a sense of where we are, how not crowded it is in either direction. I don't want to get too many people on camera at too close of an angle, so I'm going to pause this for just a little bit, and then I'm going to go out and show you some of the houses that are along the beach. I don't know if I'm recording right now. I can't tell. So if I'm showing you a bunch of sand and stuff, pardon me. I'm going to do a little bit more just in case I didn't get the houses in the first try. There's some seagulls flying overhead. Emergency 911 to nowhere at marker 62. There's the houses again, just in case I missed it the first time. If I did, please pardon me. That's the last one down there, the big one, is actually a hotel, and I can't tell because I can't see my screen. So I'm off the beach now, but down at a place called Caligny Plaza, and other folks who have been to Hilton Head Island will recognize it. I know some of our friends frequented this plaza. It has an assortment of shopping and restaurants and even a grocer chain that's called Piggly Wiggly, which is popular in the South. This is Sweet Al's, and they make pastries and things like that, which are, I don't know, we have never tried them, so I can't tell you anything about them. Now there's a place called Cafe Al Dente, and then this one is the ice cream cone. I can tell you we like the ice cream cone because we have done that just about every year that we've come here. And then here's a place that our friends will certainly recognize called Skillet's Cafe. And we have eaten there, and I think it's a favorite for one particular family. You know who you are. And just show you what other things they have over here. They're mostly souvenir stores. Trying to avoid people. Mostly souvenir stores, and it used to be a few years ago, I think they changed it, but it used to be one of my favorite places to visit because it was like an old-time hardware store, and now they've got a couple other smaller places in there. You can see there's a spice and tea exchange and something produce and some floatables and things like that. Try not to get. There's a nice little space on this side of the parking lot. It's got a fountain, a little kind of a pond of sorts, more fountains, and then there's a slow country barbecue grill, a fish place, and I don't know if we've ever eaten at any of these, to be honest with you. Just telling you straight up. Some others may have eaten there and they can comment. Had to pause because someone was coming my way and I don't want to put other people on camera if I can help it. There's a store here that I think is an absolute great name. Let me see if I can get back here a little ways. It's called Jamaican Me Crazy. I just love that store. We shop there just because of the name. Then down here is the grocer, Piggly Wiggly that I talked about. It's a nice little grocery store, and I think it's a chain. This is one of the few places I've ever seen it, but I think it's popular around the South. Here's the name of the place we're staying at, Waterside by Spinnaker, Coligny Villas. Although my understanding is that Spinnaker recently sold out, and I don't remember who. I heard Windham. Don't quote me on that because I'm not positive. But as I understand it, this is the beginning of the Waterside properties. I'm not sure what the parking here is for. That might go with the restaurant down that way. I'm going to try to keep people and cars off of my camera, so as I'm walking along here and showing you the property, I may pause, and it might seem weird, but I'm trying to be respectful of people and of their automobiles or their faces. You can see along the other side, it's pretty typical of southern states kind of flora, lots of palms and things. I want to take you across over here. I think I recognize this spot from many years ago, probably 20 or so years ago. We were here, and there's a little canal here, and we were able to get closer then. It wasn't so overgrown, but we found a mama alligator and about 6 or so baby alligators. And it was just kind of neat to see the baby alligators. We didn't get too close, but close enough to see. So Coligny Villas down that way, so maybe this is actually the start of the property line. And then there's parking here, which may be overflow parking for the Coligny Villas, but also some parking areas for basketball court that's coming up and pickleball. Used to be tennis courts, but as I walked by earlier, I noticed that they've turned them into pickleball courts. So this is a private property. It's a place where you rent for the week or a couple weeks if you can afford it. Welcome to Waterside over there. And I'm coming up on the basketball area. There's nobody out here playing, so I can show it to you. If I can get a good shot through the trees here, you can kind of see the blue area. And a basketball hoop is there. Hard to see through the bushes. But then almost immediately starts the pickleball courts. And like I said, they were one time when we came here years and years, like 20 years or so ago, these were tennis courts, but I don't know, nobody's out there playing, partially I think because it's blistering hot. I'm amazed I'm out here lasting, but you can see that it's empty. When I came by earlier, there was a maintenance person here blowing all the leaves and stuff off, I suppose in anticipation that someone would come out here and play. Maybe they'll come out later in the day when the temperatures start to drop below 90. It wouldn't be my cup of tea, but there it is. Pickleball has become the fashionable play game. So I think I'm safe in just filming a little bit here. You can see those are some of the villas that like the ones we're staying in, not that one, but then there's a bunch of cars here, but I don't see people, and I'm not getting license plates, so I feel pretty safe about that. I'm going to pause again. There's a car coming down the street. So I'm back past the vehicles that were traveling by, and you can see there's a swing here, and a little ways down there's another swing. Again, just we're on Waterside property still, but a lot of the trees and vegetation and things like that. Here's the other swing. Again, it's blistering hot out here, and so nobody's using them. Smoking area apparently. So I'm going to sign off here and go by the building. So we're on the other side of the building now, the activity center and guest registration. This is where we checked in on Saturday when we got here. Just to give you a side of that. There you got other things in there, books and movies and things you can rent and a show. Looks like we had missed a porch picker. So this is the main entrance coming in, and I'll just give you a quick view of the big pool. Again, there's some buildings over here, somebody walking by me on the left. So here's the pool. It's the bigger of the pools, lots of people there. Don't want to have too many people on film right now. They do have lots of bicycle rental places on the island, so you can rent it for the week. And then when you're done, I guess you just leave it here at your place in a bike rack, and they'll come around with a truck at the end of the week and pick it up. But here are some more of the buildings. Don't think I'm going to get people. I don't know that anybody's out on their deck. But I'm going this way on purpose because there's a little pond here, I think, or a canal, maybe. You're not allowed to fish here. Can't bring your bicycles or skateboards or anything on here. Here's your warning. Alligators may live here. I can tell you an alligator does live here. I don't know if we'll see him, but my wife got a very close-up picture of him. She was on the gazebo here yesterday evening, and he was out. So he lives around here. He's probably in a shady area right now, just relaxing. But we also have a little feeder up here. You don't feed the alligators. That's against the law. But there's turtles here as well. So this says you can go get tokens for the feeders at the front desk. Someone did stick a coin in there. They apparently didn't read the sign. So it's jammed at the present time. But you can buy feed here. A lot of times we'll bring our leftover bread down. Not to feed the alligators. That's against the law. But there are tons of turtles in this side and on the other side. All the way down to probably seawater. This is considered brackish because it's a combination of seawater and freshwater. But you start throwing breadcrumbs or something to the turtles, they'll start coming all the way down from the end down there. You can see their little heads heading this way. So we always try to save some for everybody. But it's kind of funny. I think they must have some kind of a networking system where they can say, oh, people feeding us, hurry, hurry. Oh, here comes one of the turtles now. He thinks I have food. Sorry, Mr. Turtle, but I didn't bring any food this time. We'll be back a little bit later when we're done with our bread. I'm going to pause now because there's people out here. Okay? Let me see. There's Mr. Turtle. Very sorry, Mr. Turtle, but I didn't bring any food for you today. Going to pause for a bit. So we're at another one of the buildings. This is not our building. I think they have 8 different buildings here, but you can see the clearance is 7 feet 0 inches. Nobody I know of is going to bring their RV here. So this is our building, and our pool. We call it our pool because you get off the elevator and turn left and you're at our pool. We're on the 3rd floor up there, and we got a really nice room. It's 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, full kitchen, full hookups for washer and a dryer. It's awesome. We're loving it. We're loving our life in Hilton Head right now, even though it feels like temperature is well over 100, but that's the same as Florida, so it's just where we are. This is the back side of our building. I brought you back here just to show you that I think the property runs as far as this canal right here, or, I would probably call it a creek, honestly. It's not that big. And it's usually just kind of full of stuff, trees and bushes, and there may be an alligator in there too, who knows. I'm going to keep my eye open. But so that runs all the way down there, and I think that's probably the back side of our property, the waterside property. And then we're up, I'm not sure which one of these is us, to be honest with you. I think we're on the 3rd floor right there, so we can look out over this mess, and it is a mess. It's not their fault. I don't know if they even own it to clean it up, but I remember the first time we came here 20 years ago, there was actually a tree that grew right there and grew up right to the side of the building, and we could touch it from that balcony right there. So it was just, they must have decided that they didn't want that tree interfering with their building in any way. And these are heavy-duty buildings. These were built for hurricanes, and it's probably one of the safest places you can be on the island when a hurricane strikes. But part of that means we had terrible reception. Usually if we want to make a phone call, we have to come outside. We might be able to come out on the balcony and make a phone call, or if we want to, sometimes even connect to the internet. We have to come outside, believe it or not. It should work inside, but I think it has to do with the way they build a hurricane protected building. So I'm going to sign off now. I don't want to get people in the pool all mad at me by videotaping them, but say thanks again for joining me, and C&D's adventures await. I'm David, I'm the D part, and my wife Candy is the C part. Thanks for joining us today. We'll try to get this up, but I'm not sure about how well our Wi-Fi will work and connect. So if I can load it, I will. If I can't, it might have to wait till next week. Take care. It's Monday, August 17th, 2026. Enjoy your journeys, folks. We are.